Audio Jungle.
Tragic fire. A somber atmosphere engulfed Whitehall Avenue in St. Andrew on Wednesday afternoon as the community tried to come to terms with the tragic death of 5-year-old resident Kimberly Harrison in a house fire. By miss were the last few words to Margaret Lois Harrison, principal of the nearby Rosedale Basic School on Mannings Hill Road, moments before her death. She was a jovial little girl. She was hard to warm up. When she got into it, she was very lovable. She always pass and call and tell me good morning. When she's leaving, she tell me bye. She is very learnable, very quick. She have a lot of friends. She's an outgoing child. She is going to be missed, Lois Harrison told reporters. She told them at the scene of the tragedy, where firefighters were seen carrying on cooling down activities following the blaze. She just left us at school and in 5 or 10 minutes, we heard that she died in the house. Someone said that she was at the door trying to come out with her bag on her back. Oh Lord, she was a loving little girl, the principal added, as tears flowed down her face. Kimberly's mother, Shirley Brooks, was inconsolable and too grief-stricken to speak to the media, even as relatives and neighbors offered her words of comfort. John Thomas, a resident of the community who rescued the grandmother from the burning house, said he was unable to help the child despite hearing her cries. I saw smoke coming from the house, and then I went inside the house and heard a little girl bawling for help, but I saw pure smoke coming from the house. I tried to help, but couldn't go any further, Thomas told reporters. The cause of the fire remained unknown up to press time. Kimberly was reportedly at home with her grandmother and other relatives when the three-bedroom home became engulfed in flames. No other family member was harmed. At approximately 2:53 p.m., we received a call of a house fire at number 14 Whitehall Avenue. The halfway tree unit was dispatched to the location. Upon arrival, the building was fully engulfed in flames. We used one meter jet to conduct cooling down operation. Simultaneously, we were advised that a child was in the house. We conducted a search for the child. We found her in the bathroom, perished from the inferno, Thomas stated. He noted that investigators are currently conducting their review of the premises to determine the cause of the fire. Preliminary estimates of the damage of the three-bedroom house is estimated to some $10 million. Body of Trelawney taxi operator found at home. The partially decomposed body of a taxi operator was discovered at his home on Monday. The deceased has been identified as Clive Goldburn, alias Slick, of Spice Hill, Trelawney address. Reports are that after calls to Goldburn's phone went unanswered on Monday, residents went to his home but could not gain entry as the doors were securely locked. Members of the Jamaica Fire Brigade who were called entered the house where the body was discovered and later removed to a funeral home. The Trelawney police do not suspect foul play. They are, however, awaiting forensics results to determine the cause of death. Suspected gang members nab high motor-end vehicle seized in St. Andrew Police military operation. Several suspected gang members were detained and high-end motor vehicle seized during a major joint police military operation in St. Andrew. Several communities, including 100 Sunrise Crescent and Whitehall Avenue, were covered in the operation, which started at 5 a.m. and continued into the afternoon on Wednesday. It targeted persons suspected to be gang members. We will be relentless in our pursuit of criminal suspects and gang members. They will not have this division as a safe haven, Divisional Commander Deputy Superintendent Randy Sweeney told reporters. We are urging members of the public to share information about the whereabouts of strange persons, criminal suspects, and illegal firearms to the police via 119 and Crime Stop at 311, he added. Sweeney stated that Wednesday's operation should serve as a reminder to the law-abiding citizens that their safety and security are of the highest priority. The St. Andrew North Police seized 2 illegal firearms in the first 3 days of the new year. The division recorded close to 70 murders in 2024. Since the start of the year, 1 murder has been committed. PM Holness says government continues to balance meeting needs of Jamaicans and national good. Prime Minister Andrew Holness stressed that the government has been strategic with its expenditure as it balances meeting the needs of Jamaicans and the national good. According to Mr. Holness, the government spending must increase its capacity and capability to gain further revenue to meet the needs of those who did not benefit. Highlighting several initiatives undertaken in Port Royal, among them water and road projects. Mr. Holness noted that the intention is to make Port Royal a new economic hub for Kingston. As part of that plan, $533 million was spent in the Port Royal Pipeline Replacement Project, which was commissioned. The Prime Minister said that the investments in Port Royal will create a new destination for locals and tourists. He added that $2 billion investment will generate revenue for years to come.
So you might be asking the question then, why Port Royal? Why did we spend it here? Clearly there is a need, but Port Royal is also very strategic. So a few years ago, when we were looking at how do we create new industries for growth, Port Royal was high on the agenda because you have certain heritage assets here that have been for decades, maybe centuries, underutilized. But if properly developed, could provide the revenues that would not only develop Port Royal, but develop the wider Jamaica. But to get to that point, we have to make certain investments in Port Royal. It is an entertainment and festival destination. But to be able to have that to the extent where it adds significantly to our GDP, a gross domestic product, we have to make these significant investments. And we are going to make the investments, not to displace the people who are here, but to support them further in improving and expanding their product, so that when we talk about Port Royal as a destination now, this is going to be the place where people will choose to come and have their festivals and concerts, where cruise ships will come to explore the rich history that is here in their various museums. Even cemeteries are a place where people come to visit. We have such wealth of historical sites that we can develop. So Port Royal is going to become a new economic hub for Kingston. It will add to our GDP. It will create revenues which will more than pay back for the over $2 billion worth of investment that we have made when you add up everything together. And it will last us, it will give us a 20, 30, 40-year run of revenues from which we now can use to give water to people in other areas of Jamaica. So that is the strategy of the government.
Trelawney police conduct massive operation to capture wanted men. The Trelawney police conducted a massive operation across the parish. Among the areas targeting are Bounty Hall, Wakefield, Deepside, Jamaica, and Bunkers Hill. The operation is targeting wanted men and illegal gun. The operation consists 100 men of police and soldiers. We are heavily involved in the use of technology, including drones, informed head of the Trelawney Police Superintendent Winston Milton. He is looking for wanted men who have migrated into the areas and have illegal weapons on them. We are also looking for all kinds of persons who are producers of criminal activities, including scamming and robberies. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.